Hi there, welcome to my channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about NBCC. Will the slide arrest and whether you should buy at these levels or avoid it? So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation, and people taking any position to any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research. And I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about NBCC, here's a small request that kindly support me on Patreon, and once you do that, it will help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions in greater detail. Once you get the $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, whatever changes I make to my portfolio, and a number of podcasts that I put up from time to time. For detailed market or company talk or one-on-one discussion you want, you can directly email me and we can work things out. Now about the company, it is a public sector unit NBCC and involved in government housing projects and gets most of their orders is from the government. A very heavy order book of more than 80,000 crore is with it. Best return ratios and order pipeline and absolutely no debt. So this is a real estate company, infrastructure company which has no debt and which is a very big positive. Over the last 2 years, it has been under pressure with respect to the economic environment, but now things are improving. If you look at the financials of the company, then sales went up by around 20% in December quarter this year compared to last year, whereas profit went up by 132%, aided by higher operational efficiency and better order book and orders that got executed. A zero debt company, return on equity of 15%, which is quite decent for a real estate company, and net profit margin of 3.5% is not that strong, but can get better going forward. High promoter and institutional holding is there with around 24% free float. So why the surge happened in the stock? Valuations were very reasonable at around 30 and around 29.30, and even in March it was around 14 rupees. So the surge happened because the valuations at that point of time was very attractive, and then we saw what happened. So now the stock has gone past 50, 55, currently around 47. Sharp recovery on the ground over the last few months, and we have seen that happen from October onwards. We are seeing how much infrastructure activity, real estate activity is going on, and that culminates into stock prices getting higher in the real estate segment. You look at infrastructure stocks like L&T, you look at real estate stocks like Godrej Property, etc., being re-rated. So NBCC was not far off, and it got re-rated as well. Prospects for the future for the next 18 months or so look bright, and the company has come out and said that order execution would be better. So we are looking at an EPS of 2 to 2.5 rupees for FY21 or FY22. If we take FY22, so it's 2.5 rupees. Based on that, at around 28, 29 rupees, it was trading at only around 12, 13 times. That is why the surge has happened. I won't be surprised if the stock goes past 60 in the next 6 months. The stock look extremely strong, and with the kind of order book that is in the pipeline for the company, the next couple of years looks very strong. So investors are moving to high risk investment. That is also a huge positive. We are seeing that investors want to get into, you can say, economy related stocks, and that is why the surge took place. Although currently we are seeing some amount of trepidation, but stocks have been bought into. You look at autos, auto ancillary, infrastructure, real estate, capital goods. Those stocks have run up, and even metals and other mining and other kind of government stocks have also gone up, rather than your defensives of IT, pharma, healthcare, those getting up. So that has also meant that NBCC was to be bought in, and it got all the rewards from those 29-30 levels. So investors are upbeat on the housing sector, and it looks like for the time being that fundamentally this sector is going to do extremely well over the next 18 months. Multiple government initiatives in the pipeline to kickstart growth, and they have announced a number of things which would take time to culminate, to propagate forward, and probably next 2 years would be the time when housing sector will see the boom, and that is the understanding of most of the investors who have got into something like NBCC. If you look at the technicals, then there is strong support at 2830 levels, and there is heavy resistance around the 42 levels which got taken out. So what has happened is, I believe that 42 to 44 would be strong support now, and I believe that once 60 is taken out, then it's going to surge towards say 90. If 6066 is sustained, then we are looking at even 90 in the next 12 to 18 months. It has recovered fast, the stock has recovered fast, looking very strong on charts, and I think 60 is the next level we are looking at, keeping a stop loss at 42 43. And once 6066 is sustained for a month and a half, we are looking at even levels of 90. So keep that in mind while you trade into this stock. So what needs to be done? In my opinion, it can be looked at these levels. I mean, even at 47, 46, it can be looked at. I won't be surprised if 65 comes in the next few months. But if there is a 10% decline from these levels and we see levels of 43, 44, those will be even more attractive. As I have mentioned, 40 to 42 is a strong resistance, so that will act as a support as it is coming down. So around 45 46 would be very good levels to get into, with a stop loss at 42, and we are looking at 60, and then we are looking at even 90 in the next 18 months or so. So if you have it, then hold on to the stock, and if you have a 2 3 year time frame, then you can double your money in that period and put less than 5% of your total holding into such stocks. So this was my video on NBCC. Please like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so you can get my videos straight away when I post it. Thanks a lot for watching.